welcome to a State of the Game Bungie dev. Today I'm just here on this map. I just want to do some light reading of like the state of the game because I saw yesterday that a lot of people were unhappy with it, which yeah, makes sense. People don't expect like what they said from a state of the game. Like a state of the game is normally a huge article about pertaining to the actual state of the game, like community stuff and like all that stuff. But but I'm just here to have my 2 cents on it, really. Um, as for the ritual updates part of this, because I'm reading this on my phone, obviously I won't be able to show it on screen because I'm not that good at editing. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm just reading this off my phone, so yeah. This is there's not a s I don't usually use a script for my YouTube videos, so this is just it's gonna be probably a bunch of just wild rambling. So sit down, watch the video, and you'll see my thoughts on it. The ritual updates, yada yeah, I yeah yada yada ritual updates. Increasing the frequency of ritual and grim draws and all that. We mostly knew about most of the ritual updates. We kind of knew like they were gonna do like we kind of knew that they were gonna do some of this already. Ritual engram drops and making like the weapons focusable like day one, the newest weapons focusable day one. That we already knew that much. But the fact that they're putting all like 9 challenges, like all the Crucible, like you have to play 3 games of Crucible, 3 games of Gambit, 3 games of Vanguard, and they're just letting you do that on one playlist. I think that's pretty neat. I didn't originally, the first time reading this, I kind of skimmed it, if I'm being honest, but I didn't expect that. Out of everything to hear from a state of the game article, I did not expect that, but yeah. Yada yada more. I'm probably honestly this channel isn't revolved around PvP, so you PvP gamers, I'm kind of probably gonna skim this part. If you want to read it yourself, I'm probably gonna put a link to the article, hopefully, if I can even do that. But yeah, basically yada yada. It's just like we have to. It's basically saying like what most frequent periodically scenes, not enough new PvP content, specifically new maps, design stations, yada yada. Like Crucible amount, trade off of multiple teams balance that contributes on a variety of experience that players hold dear, such as new story or exotic mission content or core activities that make up the foundations of seasons or new destinations. Half of me wants to say just hire more people? Question mark. Like, why is that such a that big of a deal? Like, that part is like, oh, it's gonna take away from new seasonal story, new exotic quest and all that. Like, here's a crazy thought. Why not hire more people? Like, I know it's not fair to criticize them at like every step of the way, but it's just like that kind of seems obvious. Like, yeah, it's if you're spread thin, why not, hire more people? Like, that's what I think that's what any sensible job would do. Well, unless you don't want to pay your employees more, but who am I supposed to know? What am I supposed to know? I'm just an idiot that sits here recording shit for you guys. Content to PvP mount this month. The new PvP map, Multiplex, which that's its official name. It's that Vex Network one. Uh, it's that Vex Network one. Give me a sec. I gotta move around. Give me a sec. I have to probably move around, otherwise I'm gonna get kicked for inactivity. So we'll continue this. With the thoughts on the Vex Network map, I'm actually quite interested to see a Vex Network map. Honestly, I'd be honestly quite happy to get a Vex Network map because why not? Like that would be kind of exciting, you know? a Vex net. Oh, whoops, wrong emote. A Vex network map. Like, do you know how long I've been waiting? Like, I love, absolutely love the Vex network aesthetic. I love it. Vex, like the Vex are my favorite. Honestly, are my favorite enemy race of any of them, really. Kind of biased because harpies exist there, and like I just like the design of the Vex, and the thing in the Glass raid is one of my favorite raids, right under Deep Stone Crit. But yeah, I hope I hope the new PvP map, that new PvP map plays well, and if I need to do this kind of like sit down and record content, that's probably where all my videos are gonna be shot at, because it's a Vex theme map, dude. What do you want from me? It's a Vex theme. Like, I've been dying to like record in a Vex themed map. Checkmate, a modifier where rich primary weapon fights happen more often. Basically, it's basically just, I guess, like no ability, low ability regen, low super regen. Special ammo does you're not given special ammo unless you earn it, and its primary gunfights are more rewarding than, or the way you're going to get most of your kills, and are more rewarding. So if you're looking for like a kind of no ability spam game mode, I guess that would be your game mode. Like no ability spam, no like super like tether, like no stasis, no none of that. Well, I'm assuming there will be hardly, if at all, any supers or abilities in that game mode, or even special ammo. By the way they're wording it. Relic is a interesting game mode. It's a 6v6 party mode where players wreak havoc, destruction on their foes with relic weapons. Relics include the I'm assuming it's that shield, the Aegis. It's that shield from Vogue. Like I've been dying to use that outside of like Glass. Honestly I'd like that game. I'd like that premise. The Signat the spear from fucking Season of the Risen, that like I don't know how to say the first word, but the spear, like, you used to impale Savthin's illusions. The scythe from Season of the Haunted, I didn't really get much use out of that, so kinda don't care about that. And that's it. I'm assuming that's all the relics right now. Whereas Checkmate and Relic seem like both two good game modes if they could get it down right. They both seem like two very good game modes, possibly. I wouldn't know. I'm not a PvP man. I'm just a PvE man, spewing my quick thoughts on PvP. But Relic is definitely, you got my thumbs up. You have my interest. Matchmaking improvements. I'm skipping over that. More to come in season. Citadel from. Hmm. Oh yeah, that's right. The reprisal on efforts of the Citadel from the 2018 Crucible Season 23. I'm kind of excited to see that one as well, because I'm a new-ish player. I haven't seen that map before. Vanguard, it's basically talking about like Vanguard medals, like where it's just like I'm gonna move around again, but it's just Vanguard medals is just where it's just like, yeah, Vanguard medals, they exist. Like, it's from, I believe, I want to say Guardian Games, but I'm not 110% sure. I believe that's the strike scoring from Guardian Games, though. Not 110% sure, but I'm not 110% sure, so don't quote me on it if it's wrong, but I think that's where those are from, at least. As for the, I think that's all they're adding, actually. I believe so. If I look at the Vanguard thing, yeah, yada yada, and like there won't be like you won't be able to like finish like you won't have to like finish every single enemy to get like score. Like, thank God, that was kind of annoying, to be honest. I mean, I have no real interest in it, and then yeah, they're gonna add more battlegrounds to GM playlists. Mm, woo. guess. For all you Battleground lovers out there. Woo. For me personally. Why? I could give less of a shit if you're putting. I could give less of a shit about a Battlegrounds, because I'm more than likely not going to do it as a As a GM, yeah, you got me. You're crazy. For, I'm not that good at GM and GMs. I am an end game-ish player. I do play raids consistently, somewhat consistently. I play dungeons and do high tier nightfalls like GMs and such. But like Battlegrounds is a little above my difficulty range as of right now, because I can't even complete me and my friends can't really complete that many GMs, which yeah, it's fair. I'm not all that end game buildy, but I'm getting there. We're getting there as a fire team. We'll probably get there as a fire team eventually, but yeah, Battlegrounds not kind of not the vibe for me, honestly. I really could care less if they get added or just stay in the DCV forever. I would not be sad either way. I don't honestly. I'd be more happy if they stayed away from GM playlists, because that takes away from like other easier GMs that are in the rotation. Gambit, basically they're killing Gambit, because yada yada alongside the revamp. Carless activities. They don't have plans to dedicate more resources to significantly transform Gambit, which is basically saying, hey, we're killing Gambit. We have no plans to like try and even fix it anymore. That's their way of saying it. But in the final shape, so next year they're adding an old map, which which yeah, I'd love to see a new map. I'd love to see a new map from at least me. I'd love to see a new map in Gambit, because I do sometimes play Gambit. But seriously, in final shape, like I've heard of like there being a lot of other maps. Like I mean, I guess PvP is getting two maps. Technically, for me, there'd be two new maps, but they're getting two maps. But it's just like, really, that's all. Like, well, this sorry, yeah, Gambit. Gambit's getting like one map, and it's just like, really, like that's just like yeah, I don't particularly like Gambit, but you don't have to like give it the cold shoulder like that. Like, seriously? You're just gonna do that to Gambit? Like, I don't like Gambit, but it's just like it's still an important part of the game. Whether you love Gambit or whether you hate Gambit, it's still a core play. It's still considered by Bungie a core playlist activity. It's still considered by them a core playlist activity. And it's just like, nah, we don't have any plans to update it. We don't have any plans to transform it. Basically, if you like Gambit, suck it, because we don't care about it anymore. Because obviously player interaction is down. Maybe that's because you ruined it in the first place, but that's just my opinion. But, like I said, Gambit, it's still important to up. It, this, uh, Gambit, it's still important to update it, even if you don't want to. It's still important to try and get it to a level where people are happy. And Gambit's becoming entirely optional. So, Trials Armor, which is coming next season, I believe. Yeah, season 22. Game security and game instability updates. I'm not touching, because I'm not I'm not a dev. I don't know what goes on with that stuff. I'm just gonna respectfully not touch that. I'm not touching that with a 200-mile pole. I'm not touching that with a 220-foot pole. Mm-mm. Nope. You can miss me with that. But on to things, seasonal structure. There basically, I guess basically, because I've read this already. Basically, season 22 is like gonna have some of the changes. Like there'll be here and there changes. Like this won't be here. This old thing was like bad, so we're gonna throw that away. This old thing was good. We'll keep it. this little thing. Like, some things will stay, some things will go. It doesn't really matter, but. And then season 23, I'm gonna move around again. But season 23, I assume. I'd assume that it's probably gonna be the point where it's just like. It should more or less be like, yeah, it's like, here's like all the changes, like, boom. Here's everything that said we were working on, and that's kind of where I'd expect it. Season 23 and beyond. Preview of what's to come. I gotta reread this really quick. Yeah, it's just. Eh, there's not really anything. They say they're gonna make D2 as fresh and exciting as possible for as many players, and it's just like, meh. You've made that promise before, and I don't really have anything else to say. Quality of life upgrades, cosmetic favoring, 100 of your favorite shaders, ornaments, and emotes at the top of your list starting in season 22. That's something I've wanted in D2 for a while, because I do play Fortnite still. They have that. I like this. That's a thumbs up in my book. W. Stasis aspects and fragments move to vendor system. Yeah, that's a good ass quality of life change. Because just in case I happen to lose a bet and have to like delete my Titan or hunt or God forbid my Hunter or Warlock, like I could just buy them. Beyond Light, I could just buy them, or if I haven't completed it fully on my Titan, I could just buy it. So W change. Transmats will be unlocks. I like that because normally I believe you still have to buy them with Glimmer, I think, but yeah. Resource tabs to collections. This isn't gonna help me as much as it's gonna help new lights. It'll help a lot more new lights, and I do have a new light friend, I believe, that's taking on the game for the first time, so this is a good change. Although it's coming next season, so we'll see if they stick around, even are sticking around for this time. Iron Banner split challenges. Pinnacle rewards are Pinnacle. There's gonna be Pinnacle rewards in one thing, and using Pinnacle rewards are gonna be. No, okay, hang on. Sorry, I'm getting it mixed up. Reputation multiplier is gonna be without specific subclass and just. I'm assuming just basically completing Iron Banner games. If you're going after your pinnacle, you need to use a specific subclass, and it's just like, that's fair. Virtual rank ups immediately. I don't know. I don't know what you want me to say on that. Like, cool, I guess. Doesn't really affect me either way. We're getting 3 new strand aspects next season. Whirling Maelstrom for Hunters, which I'm kind of interested. Banner of War for Titans, semi-interested. Weave Walk for Warlocks. Warlock Strand doesn't feel that strong to me personally. I'd prefer, honestly, in this case, I'd prefer Titan or Hunter, but Warlock Strand doesn't feel all that strong. Exotic armor reworks. We have no idea what's gonna happen. This is gonna be fun to like watch and see people get upset over. See me myself get upset over some of these reworks. Because I know I used a few exotics that might possibly get nerfed, which who knows. Weapon sub family is incoming. Yeah, weapon tuning. Yeah, I don't know what you want me to say. Reinforcing the goals, yada yada. That's all good and all. Like they're basically just patting themselves on the back, I believe here. So cool. But yeah, that's it. That is everything. I quickly when I not quickly. I mean, god damn, look at the time. Jeez, and you're still here? Jeez. Thanks. But yeah, that's about everything in the state of the game. I'm not going over the TWAB. I don't go over TWAB or the TWID as they call it now. I prefer, if I'm going to be honest, I prefer the TWAB over the TWID, but anyways, if you want my honest opinion on this, it feels like Save the World in a way, not in a good way either. Like, like I had I had these thoughts yesterday. It feels like Save the World in a way. Like, yeah, they have Marathon obviously coming up, and then they have that other game. I think they're making two games at the moment. This is just reminiscence of like what Epic did to save the world. And I have a message for this is just reminiscent of like everything they've done to save the Epic did to save the world that eventually led to them just saying, "We're done. We're basically done with Save the World. We're not gonna update anymore. Just it's not even we don't even want to own it." But I have a message for the Bungie devs out there, if any of them happen to be miraculously watching this video and watched all the way up to this part. Please do not be like Epic. Please, just don't be like Epic. I love D2. I enjoy the I enjoy the hell out of playing this game. I love it to bits. I don't like I love it to bits. We can go in my inventory right now. Like
5 minutes left. Keep it up.
oh wow, yeah, I've been recording for a while, but it's 5 minutes left. But yeah. All these crafted weapons, all these like that time lost Fatebringer, 26,000, all these weapons I have crafted, exotics, raid exotics, subclass armor, like cosmetics, endgame mats, which I still am a bit furious about. Like all this stuff, like crafting this bunny ghost shell, like my cosmetics, my crafted weapons, my exotics, my kill trackers, like my season rank, my ban, my like all of this stuff, like the sparrows, the ships, the emblems, the emotes, the finishers, the appearance customization. I like all this. My titles, my guardian rank. Well, not so much guardian rank, but my titles, like all of this, like my badges as well. Catalyst, everything. I love this. My clan level, my friends. I love playing with my friends on a game that we can all seemingly enjoy. I like playing with these weapons because they're genuinely fun for me. Sometimes I'll run double special, other times I'll just run double primary. Sometimes I'll just run commemoration with my two highest kill weapons with commemoration and then forbearance because they're both my highest level two of my highest level weapons. Forbearance being the highest level. But please don't be like Epic. Do not let this game die. That's my only ask of you, Bungie. Just please don't. It's this game is not like Save the World. I would I would
Three
hate for
minutes.
it to
You're winning.
I would hate for
Stay
it to end
strong.
up being like Save the World. Like Save the World's a good game, don't get me wrong, but it's just Epic abandoned it and then left a sour taste in my mouth. Bungie, if any dev is listening, don't be like Epic. I know some of you care about D2, and you're gonna probably have to prove it to the rest of the community because I believe there's some devs on the team that actually care. Just don't let this become another Save the World situation because that's what I'm scared of. Having to find another main game because this is my main game outside of Save the World. Anyways, that took a really sad turn. But anyways, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time in the next video, which I'm not sure when that will be. This video is probably gonna come out pretty late or early in the morning, depending on where you live. But yeah, for me personally, I think this video is gonna come out pretty late at night, so I doubt it'll get any traction. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Remember to always stay awesome, stay frosty, stay safe, and Bungie, if you're still listening, don't let this game die. This game is truly amazing. Just don't let it die. Thank you guys for watching. Later.